welcome aboard Jaspri Airlines Flight 1701 flying from Miami to New Delhi. Our destination will take us 3 days, so sit back, enjoy the vibe, and the Bharati crew will make sure that your trip is an awesome one.
And like all good stories, this one too begins in a land far, far away. Prerna and her family have been settled in Miami for more than 2 decades, and they approached us to plan a traditional Delhi wedding. The how, what, where of the wedding were all left to the Bharati.
So the biggest challenge was that I have been away from the country for almost 20-25 years, don't know how to do it. And my nephew who had used Bharati Inc., their services for their wedding was extremely happy, and I put across my dilemma to them. And they suggested my Bharati Inc., Shikha and her team to give them the responsibility, and I had the conversation with them. It was a pleasure. In a simple way, the word stress didn't existed. I didn't know, I don't even feel that I'm marrying it up. The only things which I have to repeat again and again is Shikha and her team, Sia and her team members. So those are the only names which I was repeating, and the answer you always get was yes, yes, yes and yes and yes.
The planning period was 6 months. First things first, we bonded with Prerna to understand her vision, personality, Prerna and Jasdeep's amazing love story, and all that the couple stands for. This helps us create a mini charter, sort of like a roadmap that paves the way for a more intricate planning process. Bases our daily interactions on WhatsApp and Skype, we finalized the venue and all the associated vendors. Prerna and her family then flew down to Delhi. During this time, we scheduled all the sites visits, vendor meetings and trials. But you know how the old saying goes, man proposes, God disposes. Yeah, so the venue fell through.
Okay guys, this just got in. We've lost our wedding venue and need to start everything from scratch. Welcome to the life of a wedding planner, Sia.
The crisis was successfully managed by shifting the wedding to Eros Hotels and reconceptualizing everything from scratch. We worked with the in-house decorators Rustling Leaves to help our couple achieve the desired aesthetic and vision within the decided budget, of course. In the days leading up to the wedding, every little detail comes together in a cohesive planning document. This way, all the wedding stakeholders can visualize the wedding, understand all the day of duties and the role of each Bharati ninja on ground. After all that planning prep, we were ready for on-ground action. Needless to say, Shikha and Prerna were inseparable throughout. The team worked round the clock, present at all times to ensure that each event segues into the other seamlessly, the setups are on schedule and on point, and that all the wedding makers are in sync. Our topmost priority was to keep our bride Prerna stress-free at all times.
Hi, my name is Prerna Sood. I'm from Miami, Florida. So my fiance works for Dell and I work for Amazon as a project director. So my standards have always been extremely high when it comes to organization and planning and just meticulousness. And I came to India. My family is originally from Delhi. So we came to India with a vision that we want to have a very traditional and Indian wedding, and that was the only vision we had. We didn't have any idea as to the different themes or different events, and the Bharati team really, just got to know us as a couple, took the time to understand our vision, and really put their heart and soul into every detail. We went back and forth I was so particular about so many things, and they were always, with a positive attitude, ready to make modifications and changes and suggest, and regardless of time or distance, I travel all the time for work, so it didn't matter what time zone I was in or what part of the world I was in, I always got an answer from them. And I have cousins here, but it was just, it felt like family. I could ask any question from what do I wear to where do I get this to what do we do, and they were always just with genuinely great advice. They wanted us to have a stress-free event. You know, they understood that this was a destination wedding for us, and they made it the wedding of our dreams. We spent, and even when I would travel to Delhi for different sessions and stuff, there were like times where we spent hours on end, and I was exhausted, but they had smiles on their faces, and they were just always there for me emotionally and for my family. It was an honor. It was an honor working with them. I highly recommend them, regardless of whether you're local or international. But it's very difficult to understand someone's vision when you're not meeting them every day, and they were able to do that, and I'm so excited. They made it, instead of most brides are extremely stressed out all the time, which I was in the beginning, but they just made the process fun, and it was a creative journey. It was so beautiful from beginning to end. Like, I now look at my notebook and things I wanted to accomplish, and it's beyond my wildest dreams, and it's all thanks to their dedication and hard work and long hours, and most importantly, the feeling that they create, which is, it's like their wedding. This is like their family wedding, and it's been a great experience. So I truly thank them. Yay! Love you guys.
For us, what honestly matters in the end is those priceless moments that go beyond the scope of work. The happiness we're able to spread and be a part of, the smiles, the surprises, the sweet stories, the friendship. Before we sign off, a big shout out to Prerna for being an amazing bride and person. You not only made our job easy, but so much more fun and memorable. Thank you for looking out for the team on your wedding, and for making us feel as special as we hope to make you feel. This is Team Babe signing off from a Fort, not just a wedding film. See you in the next one.
And the best part, which I learned, I would say, I'm going to use it for my business thing, is they're always smiling, always yes, and always ready to answer your phone. Time distance, 9.5 hour of time difference, it didn't even existed. So if I'm calling, maybe sometime I would not even realize that it's close to 12 midnight, and I would get a reply back, and I had to write back, I'm sorry that, I didn't realize that it's too late for you, but I got a response. So it was smooth. I would just say it was a pleasure, and I just enjoyed, and I just enjoyed without any worries, without any stresses, because there were none. So rather than I just have to say thank you to them, to their entire team, because they work with heart and soul, and even the distance of a relationship, where there is a service and that evaporates in third, and suddenly they become closer than your own close family members back home in India. They become part of you, and they're part of your family, and I'm going to miss them, because for 6 months I've been calling their name. So I'm going to miss them. They're the best. Love you all.